allow the two things. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This man not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Aha, now him una don hear o. All these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get wetin him suppose get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one. Maiyegun, you go show una paper. Maiyegun diary politico. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary, diary politico. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary, gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, na you be number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
Maiyegun Diary, na you be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Hello there, brethren, dear Templars. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. Welcome to the brunch time with Maiyegun live. So if you have read the caption of the broadcast, so you have an idea of what we want to talk about, right? Read the description as well, just to have probably a deeper understanding too. Then like it, the video, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them they can join us now, because it is brunch time with Maiyegun live. And thank you very much if you have done all of that. So the rider for this broadcast is self-explanatory enough to some extent. A few days ago in Kaduna, El Rufaya's ADC, they held their maiden or inaugural meeting, where they also, according to them, expected those who were to cross over to their party from APC and PDP. So while everything seemed to be like going well, fine, from the blues, they saw armed youth suspected to be APC thugs. So they invaded the venue, right? And they attacked the participants, smashed the windows of all they were using. Now, that was not the first, by the way, but it seems to be like the latest in the series of coordinated attacks against the opposition in Nigeria. Few documented ones. Now, yesterday, remember Malamu, the Attorney General of Nigeria, under Bokohari? Yeah, the same guy that coordinated the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to break, violate all these international laws, all because they wanted to prove to their Islamic extremists in northern Nigeria that they could have him as a trophy, not for justice or anything, or what have you. Abubakar Malamu stole so much that I can use the next 1 hour telling you how much he was able to steal from that contraption and all his atrocities, but that is not just that, right? Yesterday, because for some times now, right, Abubakar Malamu has been using these ill-gotten wealth, his own stolen money, from the time of Bokohari's pillaging of Nigeria. So Malamu wants to be the governor of Kebbi. His children are living the life of billionaires, not lives of billionaires' sons. I mean, billionaires' children. No. They are billionaires on their own. Like I said, it's a long story. Now, this Abubakar Malamu, right, this criminal, has also joined their ADC to save Nigeria from APC. So, he sort of like got a taste of their own poison, the monster they have created when, again, alleged APC thugs attacked his convoy, vandalized many cars, bus and all that in his convoy. Now Malamu is screaming, I have constitutional right. I have the right. I said, really? I will find out soon. And also, right, this afternoon, we want to review two things. One, rat. The vexed lady of Nigeria, Remi thiefnubu, rat. The wife of Bat. You know that. Anyway, she called she called her staff, rather. She called her staff. They mounted the camera and the ring light. And the vexed lady of Nigeria put out word and account number to celebrate her 65th birthday that is coming up later this month. Now that has sparked some talks, of course. Maybe you two have something to say. So we'll touch that this afternoon. The second one, right, is her husband, Pablo Escobar. Now, Pablo Escobar has been moving more or less like a drug kingpin who now controls the country. He has done his best to avoid, anything that is a bilateral something with, countries like the UK, US, the West in general. And he has been hobnobbing with most of this narco state. Yeah, narco. Yeah, at the time, when you begin to search for the narco state, you see all these names. So the Colombia, first, it was St. Lucia. No, first, it was a Guinea. Remember that time that I shared the video of thiefnubu and Sonweiku with this Malian drug lord. Remember that guy? And they were all together in a chopper in Guinea. Guinea is considered as the biggest transit hub. Cocaine, heroin, and other stuff, drugs coming from the South America. They will stop in Guinea. From there, they move to Europe, and sometimes to take them back to America, right? They have to go through the St. Lucia. These are facts out there. So when you have a press idiot, they are forfeited $460,000, a proceed of heroin trafficking in America to avoid jail. And then he's now your press idiot and he's moving like that. So sometimes if you have your suspicion, right, you may be right. So Colombia is the latest. From St. Lucia to Brazil, now to Colombia, maybe Mexico later, Guatemala after that, and on and on and on like that. The expansion of the kind of characters around thiefnubu will continue to, the characters around thiefnubu will continue to give you concern for God knows what they are using Nigeria's, government as being in charge, using the privilege of that being in charge of Nigeria to expand their illicit trade or their illicit empire in that part of the world. So when they start probably rounding them up, or a scandal breaks, and Nigeria will be at the center of it because they allowed a drug dealer, a drug baron, to become their president, right? So the Colombia vice president is in Nigeria, to meet with thiefnubu, and they want to do bilateral deals so that you can have direct flights to Brazil, direct flights to Colombia. Yeah, but let's first start with the APC coordinated the violence. So let it be on record, like those who can sit and put together 1 and 2 and all of that, and be able to predict or project what is likely going to happen. I'll tell you something. It's in the northern part of Nigeria, the only way that the way I have seen it so far, the only way that thiefnubu will likely have a little bit of a show in that place in your charade will be if they intensify their violence. And that itself will be counterproductive, if you get what I mean, because he used the Muslim tickets in northern Nigeria. And in that process, Many of these Muslims in northern Nigeria believed that anyone who was against that in northern Nigeria was against the interest of northern Nigeria. That's how they sold it. So if you are a non-Muslim and you're not going to vote for APC, you are advised not to come out. However, in some places though, the where people thought that they could just, like, if I'm not voting for thiefnubu, Muslim, but I will just do it for Atiku. He's also a Muslim. That was what played out there. But if you are non-Muslim, well, God bless your soul. So this time around, they would have to kind of like wage the fight between themselves, since those who were on board during their Muslim stuff, right, are likely not going to be completely on board, as we are seeing so far. And then, leading to this violence attacks and all of that, violent attack on the inconsequential opposition, right? So the first to go to court is the ones from Kaduna, ADC. A few days ago, this happened, and the police who witnessed it all, right, delivered a different verdict after this, right? Watch this. So they smashed the windows, the doors, everything and all that, right? And people got injured as well. People were attacked and bloody. But he still had whatever they were doing. They still concluded it. And then yesterday, Monday, right, their lawyer approached the court, because when the police released their own report, you know what they said? Police said it was ADC, El Rufaya, that hired thugs to come and attack them so that they can blame APC. That's the official report of the police. Ridiculous, yeah? It is Nigeria, okay? So they approached court, right? And yeah, it's their lawyer. I don't know how far that will go. I don't know, maybe this is just to make it look like, we are peaceful, when everybody knows that it is going to be blood for blood eventually, right? Listen.
I'm from Kaduna, and I'm a member of the ADC opposition party. I'm part of the coalition. So why we are here is that we file a suit against the IGP, Nigerian Police Force, and the Police Commissioner, Kaduna State Command. Our reason is that for the incident that happened on Saturday, on 30th August, which ADC holding meeting for their interim political gathering, while talks interfere, and most police personnel with high number, more than 10 cars are there, but do not take any efficient action and reasonable action there. So why we filed this case here in the Federal High Court is that there is a lot of breach of fundamental human rights, and the suspension that the Nigerian Police Force released on their press release is unauthorized and unconstitutional, because Nigerian Police Force do not have the grounds or any legal backing to suspend any political gathering from the opposition. It's just like the police cannot put any curfew in a state, so they have 0% legal backing for this, and the state government, Kaduna state government, is failing actually, because you cannot be threatening any venue, hotels that opposition can hire for private people, and you are threatening them that they should not give any opposition a space to hold on their meeting, which this is tarnishing our democracy, is tarnishing our rule of law, is tarnishing our constitutional freedom of speech.
Right. So you're going to get that back from their court, right? Or El Rufaya actually said that he would like to remind them that no one has the monopoly of violence. And they shouldn't take their humble beginning for granted. Here you get, because when the chips are down, everybody will get to know in level, but not yet. Talks. And it is true. Do you know that the manager of the hotel, right, or the hall that they had that meeting in Kaduna has been sacked by his employer after that incident? To save face, right? Because the state government became so upset, they've given a directive that they should never allow any gathering. No private business should hire their outlets to the opposition in Kaduna. But that will become more interesting in the coming days, weeks, and months. Now let's go to Kebbi. Kebbi is where Malamu came from. The criminal that should be standing trial in the Hague, in the minimum, at least on the minimum. It should be standing trial in the Hague for using the office of the Attorney General, the number one law officer of the country, I think, is it? Or was it? No. Okay. Anyway, the Minister of Injustice for Nigeria that used his position to torment Nigerians, manipulate the judiciary, abuse the constitution to arrive at preconceived conclusions where Nigerians were locked up on trumped up charges. And the keys thrown away. Judges were being changed. Court appearances were being delayed intentionally just to arbitrarily lock people up for a very long time. A lot of people disappeared courtesy of, the likes of Malamu. His job was to stand up for Nigeria, stand up for Nigerians. Unfortunately, they were busy drafting laws that will put Nigerians in jail forever. This Malamu. Today, he has no such power anymore. But he's got money. The money this guy made from Abacha's returned loot alone is enough to probably set himself and his family up for life. And I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, millions. Okay. They looted the country in never seen before way. And they are walking free with so much money. Malamu, a once upon a time charge and bail lawyer in Kebbi, joined their CPC under Bokohari. And from then on, he rose through the ranks to become the Minister of Justice, Minister of Injustice. So yesterday, from his stolen, ill-gotten money, and then, of course, he's got a long convoy of cars, trucks, and all that to mount his campaign for governor. He's seen, and himself and his children are seen as the face or the faces of ADC in Kebbi State. More or less like he's got the money. He's got the money. And he's got the money. He's got nothing else. And in Nigerian politics, he who owes the cash dictate the dance, as they say. Well, I made that up. The point here is that the moment you have the money, everything else doesn't really matter. Everybody queues behind you because they are all there to get whatever they can buy. However, those ones in charge of Kebbi are not going to have any of that. At least they have the power now. So what did they do? Violence unleashed, on Malamu. I don't know if he was in the convoy himself, and if he was, that means he escaped being killed in his own state that he's planning to rule. Here, they captured, how it happened and how it ended. Watch this.
One of the two jewels of the Bokohari Malami Foundation broken. Kadi Malami boss totally broken. Our chairman of the party, ADC, his car completely battered by thugs working for the governor under the guise and advice of the party chairman, the governor of Kebbi State, Dr. Kaura, and the party chairman have sponsored thugs to come and attack Abubakar Malami and his entire entourage that came for family condolence visits in Kebbi State. It's a very sad story. This is the third car now, and this is the fifth car. Then this is the sixth car. These are foundation vehicles, basically for support of the vulnerable in our community. They are carrying innocent individuals. They came around just to escort Honorable Minister to condole several families that lost their lives, which is why we're where we are today. This is also a bus that was totally battered, containing women, children, that came basically just to condole the family of the Emir of Gwandu and family of the Imam of Kebbi and several individuals. They came, attacked all the vehicles under the guise and sponsorship of the party chairman and the governor, Dr. Nasiru Kaurangwandu, right in front of the family house of Abubakar Malami, SAN. It's a very sad story. There's also another one, an NGO owned by his wife, carrying children and women. The cars were attacked, women were attacked, several were injured and they are taken to the hospital. It's a very sad story we're having in the state today.
So, at first, let us condemn such act. We are not in support of any violence of any kind, against anyone to start with, right? And the purpose of that video, by the way, is not to just point out the attacks on him, right? It is to point out that a man that was barely surviving, right, in 2015, became a minister, and then he became so stupendously rich. His wife's got a foundation for being the wife of minister. She's got her own foundation with cars and money, right? Himself, being the now former minister, is able to acquire enough sort of like a wealth, that the same wealth that is indirectly stolen from these same people, and they have dedicated a tiny portion of it to what they call charity, foundation. They steal from them. They steal the resources that could go into providing quality education, including standard learning schools, like learning school halls. The same resources that could go into giving them universal health care, every child. This money is stolen, and these children are denied this, only for the people who stole the money to come back and say, oh, we are doing charity. And their charity, like what we call in Yoruba, we call it the Aluwala Ologbo. When you see a cat doing ablution, the cat is not trying, he's not trying to go and pray. He's only washing his, his paws so that he can go and steal the meat. That's pretty much what this is all about. They will loot from the people, render them so poor and dependent on them, only for them to now come back and say, okay, yeah, you know what? I will give scholarship to 200 children. And everybody will be so happy. In the space of giving a scholarship to 200 children, you have other 20,000 that are out of school, denied education, simply because a group of people have cornered the resources at the top before it even gets to the bottom, to the real people that need it. That's what I wanted to point out in that clip. Yeah. And in that process, the people have been made to believe that they are their saviors too. Oh, he's a very nice man. Honestly, you don't know him. If you get closer to him, if you know how many people he has helped, but he stole the money he's using to help. I mean, it's his money. It is not his money. It's not his money. Let me give you an example, right? And this one, I've said it on this platform several times, and I'll repeat it again. It's true. Yeah? When they were planning to bring, to return one of Abacha loot, which was calculated at the time, they said it was I think it was 1.8 billion naira. Now, that money was supposed to be returned in between 2014 and 2015, when Egbere Jolantan was your president, right? So his own attorney general and others within his own team, they've done all the work. What was left was just for these banks to release the money. Then Jonathan lost. Bokohari came in. Within 3 months, yeah? Oh, sorry, within the first 4 months, when Bokohari was yet to appoint his ministers and all that. So that puts kind of like a hold on the payment. Somebody needs to sign, and that person is the Attorney General of the country and others, which Bokohari was yet to appoint. So finally, when he was appointed as a minister, sometimes in November or so, 2015, right? His first job in his office was this loan, this looted fund, Abacha loot, to be refunded. Do you know what Malamu did? He just tore the paper that said, everything is done, just sign here. And then you will notify them that you are ready to take the money to your central bank. They tore it. Malamu now drafted another set of agreements. Not with, the people who want to return money. No. In his office, he now drafted another agreement, put together a set of about 18 or so lawyers. And he made an agreement with them that, so they will be the lawyers that will say, okay, they are the ones who did the work on behalf of Nigeria to get this looted fund returned back to Nigeria. And in that their work, they didn't do anything. He said in their work, they were to take they were to take 18% of the total money returned. That's exactly what they got. So when the money got to Nigeria, Malamu and his associates, they took 18% of that money codedly. Another one, that one is a minister right now under thiefnubu, the former the former governor of Kebbi. I think that's his name. Abacha Bagman, Bagudu. He's a minister now. He had a deal, allegedly, at the time when he was apprehended by America for money laundering, moving Abacha money. So they said he had a deal, which when Obasanjo was your president. And that deal then was that he would tell Nigeria where all the Abacha money that he is aware of where they are, but not without a deal. He's going to take 20% of it. So when Malamu was there, as Bagudu was governor, another 540 million or so dollars of Abacha loot came back, right? And the same technique, the same method, 18% for Malamu. This time, 20% for Bagudu. That was how, that's how the returned loot got relooted. There are so many other things that this guy, like, if Nigeria was a real place, somebody like this, you won't see their face in public. They will be in jail, right? But they'll tell you to, go and bring evidence. Since they know that wherever you are bringing or wherever you are taking the evidence to, right, will have nothing to do with it per se. So Malamu, right now fighting for his life in Kebbi, is now reminding us, or I think he's telling his supporters, that he has the right, I have the right. Really, he's talking about right too. Malamu, he's talking about human rights, for real.
Muna da haƙƙi na doka na kariyar kai in an ture mu. Kariyar kai ga shari'ar musulunci haƙƙi ne. Kuma ni ita da alaikum fatadu alaikum. Duk wanda ya yi muna shishigi, muna da haƙƙin kare kawunan. Ko jama'a ku saurare mu. Mai girma gwamna kamar yadda kuka sani ya ambaci cewa ya buɗe littafin siyasa daga 29 ga watan 5 na wannan shekara. Lokaci ya zo, lokaci ya wuce, sun buɗe littafi mu fara karatu. Sun buɗe littafi mu fara karatu. Ko jama'a hito a yi siyasa babu gudu.
Nuisance lele.
That's him. Abubakar Malamu. So he's in the ADC right now, and this will be the second time that he is attempting. In fact, it was he wanted to be the governor of Kebbi State, but I think he got so sucked into their Bokohari cabal thing, right? Trying to stop thiefnubu, because he's one of the arrowheads of those who to stop thiefnubu. But Bokohari just disappointed them last minute. Everything seemed to be working fine. They've plotted everything. They were going to remain in power, and they're going to bring in the rubber stamp Lawan, the Senate president of that time. So they're going to bring him in. Heaven will not fall. Or more. That's Bokohari last minute too, right? Last minute, it just threw them under the bus, as always, and it was too late. Or maybe thiefnubu's kind of like forming a ring around them eventually overwhelmed them. So he couldn't go and become governor anymore, because then it was so powerful. Yeah, it was so powerful that he could have pushed and it could have been the one that is their governor now, right? But Abuja was so good then that his power over everybody in the country that time was so possibly like intoxicating, kind of. Now Malamu is joining the rest of us now to talk about a right. Have right. You all have a right of this and that to group together, the right of association, the right to write this and write that. So interestingly, right, in the South, the Ronokus themselves are already saying that they need to bond together now and go after everyone that is going to be opposing to thiefnubu in Southwest, to be precise. I don't know if you have heard that. So the violence that is going to, to that is going to follow this your 2027 charade, it is ideal for so many of you who are interested in being part of it to have this at the back of your mind, right? So don't get into their water and begin to complain of cold in a way. So the third one is that of rat. A lot of people are beginning to feel concerned openly. Like, what is going on? Yeah, these guys, the level of impunity and the rest that they have displayed in the last 2 years, shown enough, that they don't care per se. They are not afraid of anything anymore. Even when they are breaking their own supposed code of conduct, rules, ethics, and all that, they don't care. They just do whatever they want to do. Why the rest of us just complain or wail, as they will say, wailing. Rat woke up yesterday to remind everybody that she's going to turn 65 later this month. But she's going to do it, she's going to celebrate her 65th in a different way. So she went to the bank, opened a bank account called Remi at 65. And she wants to use the money to rebuild Abuja Library. Like, how many people really still go to libraries though? Somebody was asking a question under that chart. He said, how many people really still go to the library in Nigeria? And then before you know it, you are going to hear that she has raised 10 billion, 20 billion to develop Abuja Library, National Library, Abuja. So a lot of people are like, well, this level of money laundering right now is being done in the open. They don't give a damn about how or what anybody feels. Your video. You saw it last night, didn't you?
Special grace of God, I will be turning 65 years old on the 21st September 2025. And this happens to be a Sunday. This is why I have decided to dedicate the day to God for all His blessings in my life and having a quiet birthday. I wish to appeal to those who would like to send a birthday card, cakes, flowers, greetings in the newspapers, or gifts. Should please send the funds to the designated account for a special project close to my heart, among many others. The completion of the National Library. This would be the best birthday present I could receive. My love for education has informed my decision to dedicate my birthday to this worthy cause. This fund is coordinated by the Federal Ministry of Education under Remi at 65 Education Fund, Zenith Bank PLC, account number.
No, madam, no call account. Don't call account, madam. We are not giving anything, sorry. It's a pure money laundering announcement, by the way. Because when I did my check, right, I'll tell you this, you can do yours. In 2020, Bokohari's regime budgeted 8.6 billion naira to upgrade, renovate, and wherever of the National Library, Abuja. That same project or that same budget or whatever you was declared successful, like Abuja Library completed. In 2022, that same project popped up again in their national budget. From 8.5 billion naira, it jumped straight to 41 billion naira. Abuja National Library. Again, in thiefnubu's budget for 2024-2025, Abuja National Library is getting about 22 billion naira. Again, I beg, brethren, which National Library is Remi talking about again? I just want to know. Because she's your vex lady, no doubt. Right? And she's got her own advisors in her office, right? So they did their research and they're like, Mommy, how about we use Abuja Library and tell them that they should give you the money so that you can go and renovate Abuja Library? Oh my God, that's why I love you. That's a brilliant idea. Bring out the camera, bring the ring light, get my makeup artist. Okay, let's do it. Just like that. I just thought I should mention it in you. It may be nothing. Just like Nigeria received the vice president of Colombia. So I tried to look up what is it that Nigeria buys from Colombia. It can't be like the first four letters of the name. It's the only real thing I found online. You get that? So the vice president of Colombia is in Nigeria. The lady is there to seal or cement a bilateral trade with Nigeria, which in itself could just be the trade in colos as well. No, I didn't say that. All right. But she met with a call yesterday, and she's still in Nigeria though. And they said she's there to seal bilateral trade for the colos, for Colombia.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, Daddy.
So you may be thinking, like me too, right? That what is it that, because the only thing thiefnubu gets mostly is when they are willing to give him loan, to borrow him money. Then I was like, oh, hang on. I don't know, maybe because I have watched too much narco series, movies, and all of that, because I've actually consumed a lot of those stories and all that. You know, remember the Breaking Bad? Yeah, you've got Breaking Bad, you've got Narcos, you've got anyway, those are the ones that comes to my head. Or the Queen of the South. You've got the Queen of the South. You've got, anyway, you get the drift, especially the Breaking Bad. Oh, there's another one. Disappeared to my head. Where they are washing money. You know what they would do, right? When they have the drug money, okay, and they want to clean the money, what they usually do is that they will box them and take them into the United States. And this money, right, would then go into different businesses. You get that now? So, for example, you may have a laundry business. You may have it's called laundry business, right? Yeah, laundromat. You may have a laundromat, right? And you may not even be washing any clothes, but you may not even be washing up to, 5 clothes in a week, right? But your turnover may be saying that you are making maybe $10,000 in a week. So what they do is just bring that drug money in, goes through your this, and you pack them, you take to the bank and deposit in your bank, and then you take it out later. That's how to claim money. There is a lot of it. A lot of it. And because of that, most drug dealers will buy small companies, small businesses, so that they can be washing the money through that. Yeah? So when I saw that Colombia, I'm like, I don't know. Pardon me, if you think my mind is dirty, but that's up to you. But what if I am not wrong? Currently, Pablo Escobar has taken over Nigeria, including the Central Bank of Nigeria. What do you think it's going to take for them to load the drug money inside the plane and deposit them inside Nigeria Central Bank? And suddenly they may tell you that a Nigerian foreign reserve, because all they have to do is that this is a country, it's not a business, it's a country. The biggest oil producer in Africa, or second biggest oil producer in Africa. All you have to do is just ferry the money, the drug money, land in Abuja, load them into the bullion van, Central Bank, and boom, straight to the vault of Central Bank. And one of these days, you can call the World Bank or call anybody and say, we want to add $10 billion to our foreign reserve. What kind of money laundering will match that if what I am thinking is true? I know. It sounds somehow. Because I was looking for what is it that Nigeria is going to be trading with Colombia. I found nothing. I found nothing substantial, nothing meaningful. So, I have the right to be suspicious. The guy they are meeting was a drug baron, as court document shows. Do you understand that? I'm not calling thiefnubu a drug baron, a drug dealer just for fun. No. I'm come on. I'm too refined, more refined than that. Even though I can be very petty too. No, I'm not making that up. So that you don't start thinking, why are you saying that? No, I'm not just saying that. There are court documents to back that up. So you can't fault me on that. No, you can't. And I've heard about Colombia. I've heard about other places. I've heard about Pablo Escobar. I've heard about and I've seen. In fact, I'm experiencing Pablo Escobar. So I can put 1 and 2 together and reach a conclusion. And then I may be flatly wrong. But please, don't think I've just pulled that out from nowhere. No. I'm not pulling anything out, random thing out from nowhere. No. I'm not congested. I'm not cooking things, bro. No. No, sir. Like with the weakest voice. So no, sir. I'm not making things up. So a drug dealer, or a former drug dealer that forfeited $460,000 to the American government for heroin trafficking, is the president of Nigeria, and he's been meeting and obnobbing with questionable characters that continues to put question mark in every of his action. Do you understand? Right. But you can make do with whatever you like with that. Right? So we thought August we are going to have a breather. Do you get like this issue of everyday drama, especially at your airports? We thought we've had Quam 1, Quam 2, Quam 3, and that should do. About in Quam 4, for real. People are already saying it. This one happened on Enugu here. Upon, I think it was like upon boarding. I don't have the full story. I just have the video of the drama. This one.
Come on, I'll drag you.
I think he was an Enugu Air. We are trouser earlier now, no slippers.
Everywhere. So they finish one, they enter another one. It is citizen, another one. As we are here now watching Maiyegun in the next 2-3 hours. Yeah. If I should come back onto Maiyegun's the evening program, I'll still bring you dramas. But in some cases, right, some of the dramas actually leads to the demise or the death of those involved, one of the parties involved. And that's what Nigeria is and what it can be. So thank you for your time. Or should I say, thank you for your attention to the matter. I will see you later. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. bójó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.